Let's bring in one of President-elect Donald Trump's senior advisors, Jason Miller. Mr. Miller, thank you for joining us this morning. And how is President-elect Donald Trump reacting this morning?
Well, he was doing great a couple hours ago when I last spoke with him. I didn't want to call this morning in case he did want to sleep just a little bit. But after receiving such a massive victory last night, and keep in mind, we're on pace for 312 electoral votes, even bigger than his win in 2016, winning the popular vote, first time a Republican has done that in 2 decades, and really setting this mandate for change that he can fix the economy and secure the border. Michael, you look at the way that the president built this new coalition, winning upwards of a third of the votes from voters of color all the way across the country, with African-American supporters, Latino-American supporters, Arab-American supporters. The message has been sent. People are sick and tired of the direction the economy is going. They want that border secured. And the great thing about President Trump coming back, he's already done it before. He knows how to get that economy going, how to bring prices down. So people are optimistic that it can be fixed right away.
Well, we'll see if that's possible. But has he spoken with VP Harris yet?
As of the last time I spoke with President Trump, they had not connected, but we'll see what happens today. But it is such a big, overwhelming victory last night, with the networks calling it, the Associated Press and others, that now the time is to look forward to putting together that transition team, and obviously as we head into the White House. And I think what President Trump said last night when he was up there on the stage was that he wants to heal the country. This is the time when we put aside the political divisions, we bring Democrats, Republicans, people who aren't necessarily even involved with politics together. That has to start at the top, and that's the message that President Trump sent, that he wants to bring the country together.
Yeah, he did talk about unity, which we saw in his speech last night or early this morning. So what specifically will he do to reach out to voters who supported Vice President Harris?
Yeah, well, number one is, you saw what he said last night, was that everybody is impacted by the economy. He is going to put more money back in the pockets of every single voter, whether they voted for him or not. He is going to make our streets safe, securing the border. We know that he's the one who can restore peace. We had no new wars under President Trump. That's the mindset. That's the approach. But even last night when President Trump was speaking, he spoke of a number of different names, people who were Democrats, people who weren't affiliated with politics in any way, shape, or form, that he can bring together. But that, again, that starts at the top. I think in this campaign, there was too much that was made about division and hatred towards other sides. And the reason why President Trump won and why he won so big, he told every voter what he was going to do for them, how he would improve their lives. Michael, in campaigns, you have to tell people what you're going to do for them. President Trump did that successfully.
Well, he told everyone what he was going to do. He said he has an unprecedented and powerful mandate. So what will he do on day one?
Yeah, great question. So a number of things you can do with executive orders, such as put all of his strong border policies back in place. And the previous administration didn't need any acts of Congress to go and break the border. And so all we have to do with regard to the borders, put his policies back in place. We can secure it and start making the country much more safe. Also, we can get a lot of the energy exploration going, which, of course, that will help with bringing down the cost of things and stop the out-of-control inflation that we've seen. Other things take acts of Congress and such, but you can start off on day one. And that, I think, was one of the key value propositions of why voters look to President Trump, because they've seen him do it before. This isn't something where you hear politicians talk about things on the campaign trail and you don't know if it'll come together. President Trump built the greatest economy we ever had. We had a secure border. He can put that back in place, and the voters know that he's already done it.
And in terms of his incoming administration, last week, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who's a vaccine skeptic, said that Trump has promised him control of the public health agency. So how much authority will the president give him?
Well, it's far too early to talk about specific positions. The president has put together 2 great co-chairs of his transition effort, Howard Lutnick and Linda McMahon. They will put a number of options in front of the president, and the president ultimately will go and pick who he wants. Some may be Senate confirmed positions, some might be appointed positions, but he is going to put the best people in the positions to where he feels that they can bring that change. Michael, the country is going in the wrong direction. Upwards of 70%, I believe maybe even 72% of Americans say things are going in the wrong way. People want change, and you look at the diverse communities, the blue wall states, the Teamsters, the union workers, everybody who rejected the status quo and said, we want to go back to how we had it with President Trump. And that message is clearly sent. When you win the popular vote like that, you have a mandate for change, and that's exactly what President Trump will do.
Well, will definitely be a change. Jason Miller, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.